information. They're like, I don't know which foundation coverage shade I need. I don't understand all these questions. I also felt like, we were using a profile card, a Millennium sheet, a Fabulous game. We were using all of these sheets. So kind of talking to my unit and talking to my husband, who also does graphic design, so that is really helpful. We kind of came up with this idea, like, what if all of these sheets that we use, we've got like 3 sheets, what if we could combine them into one sheet, which is going to make everyone's life easier and also make closing a lot easier, so that we can get more results with less work, right? We want to work smarter, not harder. So we came up with this sheet, and let me just kind of walk you through what's on the sheet, and then I'm going to tell you like how I present it and how I use it. So at the top of the sheet, this is like a profile card. Here we're asking for referrals. And then on the second page, which normally you would flip over, but I've got on 2 different pages, you're asking them what products they loved, questions about their second appointment, and then questions about the business plan and their interest in the business plan and in the Mary Kay career. So when guests come into my parties or a makeover event, whatever y'all are doing, the first thing I do is I say, okay, I'm going to have you sit down, and I just want you to fill this top straight. There's a lot of background noise.
Hang on. Okay, Katie, sorry, I tried to mute somebody else and I muted you.
No, you're good. It sounded like a dinosaur was in the background or something. Okay, so back to my sheet. So when someone comes to a party, I have them just fill out this top portion, and then I say, we're going to do the rest of it later, because what I don't want to happen, you don't want people to look at this referral game and they've got no point of reference for this. So they're seeing, give your sweet, cutest girlfriends and family members a pampering package. I don't know if I want to do that. So then they're just totally writing it off. So you want to make sure that all they're doing is filling out that top portion, and then you're going to do the rest of it later. So they filled out the top part. And then what we do is once that charcoal mask is on, they've got like 10 to 15 minutes where they have to wait for the charcoal mask to dry. I don't know if you guys do the charcoal mask at your parties, but it's like a bestseller. So I love doing that at my parties. So while that's on, this is exactly what I say. Literally, like if y'all were in my skincare class, this is what I would be saying to get referrals. So I say, okay, at all of our skincare classes, we ask women to give us names and numbers of people they think would enjoy a free facial and makeover. Now, the number 1 rule is you cannot prejudge people. So just because you don't think that Susie would like this, or she doesn't wear makeup, or she's really busy, doesn't mean that you shouldn't put her down on this list, because I was probably never put down on a list like this because I didn't wear much makeup before Mary Kay. And I'm so thankful that someone finally told me about Mary Kay. So don't prejudge. That's the number 1 rule. The second thing I want you to know is that we're not going to harass your friends and family. We're going to text them or call them once just to tell them what they were gifted with. If they don't respond, we may check in once or twice more just to make sure that they got our message. But after that, we're going to cross them off the list. So we will not spam your friends and family. And then, what's really cool about these referrals that you're giving us is that every person you put down is going to get a $15 gift card. And I'm going to expand on that in a minute, so hang tight. So every person you put down is going to get a $15 gift card that they can use on whatever they'd like. And what's really cool is that for every 5 people you put down, you're going to get a ticket into a drawing to win a free prize. The free prize can be whatever you want. It can be a lipstick, an eyeshadow. I typically put it on the middle of the table if we're doing a party. But I tell them for every 5 names and numbers that they're putting down on this sheet, they're going to get 1 ticket into the drawing to win the prize. If 10 of them are over 21, which it says that on there, if 10 of them are over 21, they're going to get 5 bonus tickets. This helps you make sure that you're not getting stuck with only 18-year-olds, okay? I also tell them that they do have to be over 18 and that they need to be somewhere in the greater St. Louis area. So for you guys, it's kind of like however far you're comfortable driving. So let me backtrack a little bit. So if you're doing a party, what I would recommend doing is getting a roll of tickets and like literally handing out physical tickets. So if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 people plus, I always do for every 5 names and numbers, you get 1 ticket. If 10 of them are over 21, you get 5 bonus tickets. So you could walk away Like, that's amazing. That's 30 potential bookings. If it's a one-on-one, sometimes it's hard to get them to give you referrals because there's no one to compete with. There's not really a game that they can play. So what I started doing was at the end of every month, I'm doing a drawing for free product. So if I have a one-on-one, I'm still giving her tickets, but I'm maybe not giving them to her in person. So I would tell Susie, okay, so for every 5 names and numbers you put down, you're going to get a ticket into a drawing at the end of the month to win a $30 gift card or a $40 gift card, whatever you want to do. So even if it's a one-on-one, thinking, well, okay, I mean, I could at least put down 10 names and numbers or 15 names and numbers. So, you're still walking away with referrals, even if she has no one to compete with, even if you don't have tickets to like play a game, you're still giving her some kind of reward. I know some girls, and this is really up to y'all, but like I know some of my consultants, they'll put some discontinued product or maybe some stuff that is like limited edition in a basket on the middle of the table. And if it's a one-on-one and they fill out all 30 names, they'll let that woman pick something out of the bucket. So then they're motivated because they're getting a free prize for giving you names and numbers. But like I said, if it's a party, definitely do the tickets thing because you can get them kind of competing with each other. And then you'll put all those tickets into a bowl or a cup at the end and draw for that free gift that's on the table. Trying to think what else I do with these gift cards. Something that I do, Brenda, that's kind of off topic, but I found that implementing this has helped me. Sometimes people are like, okay, well, so you're giving every single person a $15 gift card? That's crazy. But what I do, I actually have them go on my website ahead of time and pre-pick out that gift. Mm-hmm. So if I book with Karen, she's on the list, we book an appointment, I'm going to have Karen go on my website, pick out her $15 gift. So it's going to look like she's purchasing product from me. But when they go on the website, they don't necessarily have to put payment information in. So then I'm getting an email with the product that she wants. And she's probably going to pick something really safe, like a lip gloss or an eyeliner or a mascara. She doesn't know about the Miracle set. She doesn't know about the primer or the CC cream. So she's picking out a lip gloss that I'm going to bring to her at that appointment. She's less likely to cancel because she knows she's getting the lip gloss that she picked out. Also, is going to spend more at the actual appointment because, like I said, if you just let her use $15 off of her purchase, she may only get a CC cream, and then you're only making $5, which is not very fun. So you want to have her pre-pick out that gift ahead of time. So then at the actual facial, she's trying all of these other products that she's going to fall in love with and purchase. So yes, you're still giving away $15 in free product, but then she's going to fall in love with the skincare and the CC cream and the primer and whatever else you're showing her at your classes. So she'll spend more money. If she forgets to go on my website to pick out that gift, I don't let her use it. Like, I'm kind of firm on that. What I will do though is I'll say, oh, you can use it at the second appointment. Sorry, it has to be done ahead of time, but let's go ahead and book a second appointment. I'll bring some more color products for you to try, and you can use your gift card there. If they pick out a product that you don't have, bring them something similar. Like if she picks out a sizzling red lipstick and all you have is a Spice and Nice, she probably just wanted a red lipstick. She's not going to be upset about not getting the exact color. And if she is, of course, honor that. But I found that if I just bring something similar, they're usually okay with it. Or I'll just let them know, hey, I didn't have that exact product. Did you have like a second or third choice? So I can come back to this at the end of my video if you guys have questions about that. But that's how I talk about getting referrals. That's how I get referrals. So I'm leaving parties, y'all, with like, if I've got a 5-person party, I could leave a party with 100 names and numbers easily, if not more. I did a party on a college campus last week, and college campuses can be hit or miss. But the girl had 13 people there. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to do it. 13 people is worth it for me. So I drove 2.5 hours to a college campus in the middle of Illinois, ISU, 13 girls there. I sold $300 in product, which is good for college students because, sometimes they don't buy. So I sold $300 in product, and me and my Offspring director, we split the recruits, but we added 4 people in one night with this sheet, guys. 4 people in one night. And my personal came in with a star order. She had her first party last night. It was fantastic. So getting the referrals like this, like you're maximizing your time and you're walking away with lots of names and numbers. So when you're using this sheet, you should never run out of people to book with, ever, ever, ever. I'm going to be really honest. Like I feel like I don't have to warm chat as much, and I don't really like to warm chat. I mean, I do it, but I feel like because I'm using this sheet, I'm not like out of referrals and freaking out at the end of the month, like, oh my gosh, I got to go get names and numbers, because I always have referrals. So like I said, we can come back to this if you have questions, but I want to go ahead and talk to you about the backside. So the way I do my appointments is, so they got their charcoal mask on, they're giving us the referrals, and give them plenty of time on the referrals, guys. Do not rush that. Like if everybody else is done giving you referrals, but that one gal is still going, let her keep going. The other ones can go get snacks. It's their choice to quit. The other girl, she wants to give you names and numbers, let her go. So they wipe out the charcoal mask, we continue with the party, and then right before mascara is when I talk about the second appointment and talk about the business plan. The way I present second appointments, essentially what we do at our parties is we're just showing them dash out the door. So Time Wise Miracle Set, primer, under eye corrector, CC cream, beach blonde, mascara. So it's very simple. So right before mascara, I say, like, legit, this is what I say. I say, okay, so I'm going to have everyone pay attention to me. I need all eyes on me. And if you're a good class, I'll give you another ticket. Like, I want everyone to pay attention. I don't want them to be chit-chatting or looking at their phones. So I ask them to all pay attention to me. And then I tell them, so I'm going to share with you two things before we do mascara. What I have found is that, women go on my website and they see that there's a lot more products than what we just did tonight. If you've ever looked through a Mary Kay catalog, it can kind of be overwhelming. There's so many things. Where do you start? I mean, maybe you've been to an Ulta or a Sephora and you can't buy Mary Kay there, but maybe you're just walking and you're thinking, oh my gosh, like, I don't even know where to start. So in our Mary Kay businesses, we love to book second appointments with the women that we're in front of, where essentially we will sit down again and you can tell me what you want to learn more about. Maybe you want to learn more about skincare. Maybe you want to learn more about color products. So at that second appointment, I'm going to bring more skincare for you to try, microdermabrasion, facial peel, mask, all that stuff. Or maybe you want to learn more about color, contouring, blush, bronzer, all of those color products. So you get to choose what you'd like for that second appointment. And then you can do it by yourself. You can have friends with you. That's totally your call. But we're going to give you a chance to book that second appointment at the end of the night. Okay, so that's the first thing I share. I literally go right into talking about the business plan. I say, and the second thing I want to tell you about is just how our business works. Now, guys, this is literally what I say, word for word. So take notes quick, okay? Because I'm just going to tell you this, like, I'm going to pretend like we're at a party. So, I want to share with you how our business works. And even if you're not interested, I still want you to listen to the facts, because you may know someone who would be perfect at what I do, and then you can help me find my next beauty consultant. You can almost be like a talent scout for me. But Mary Kay did say that there was at least one new beauty consultant at every single skincare class. So I don't know who it is, but someone in this room needs to join my team. And when you say that, it's kind of, it's like planting a seed in their mind, and it's also kind of loosening them up, and they're like pointing at their friend, like, oh, it's you, it's not me, oh, it's you. So it kind of makes them like feel more relaxed when I'm talking about the business plan. So I say, how we make money, or let me backtrack. So we talk about, there's a beauty consultant in every single skincare class. I'm not sure who it is, but someone in here needs to join my team. So let me share the facts with you, and then you can make that decision for yourself. So to begin a Mary Kay business, you invest in this $100 starter kit. And I put the bag on the table. I make a big deal of that starter kit, y'all. Like, it is beautiful. It's a beautiful bag. So I put it on the table and I say, to start a Mary Kay business, you're going to invest in this $100 starter kit. Isn't it so cute? I put it on my shoulder. I walk around with it. And this is what I say. I say, honestly, the bag itself, in my opinion, is worth $100. Women spend so much money on handbags. But the really cool thing about this bag is that it comes with over $350 in full size product. So if you're a bargain shopper, this is a no-brainer. You're spending $100, you're getting $350 in full size product, plus all the business supplies you need, catalogs, trays, applicators, everything you need to get started is in this bag. So worst case scenario, you're going to get a beautiful bag with a bunch of great products in it, and you're never going to speak to me again. And everybody laughs when I say that. And then I say, I would hope you'd want to, but I just want you to know that that's your worst case scenario. Best case scenario, you do the business, you make money, you earn a car, you can achieve all your dreams. Okay. So that's like the point that I share about the second point. And I kind of transition into this. I say, okay, and the way we make money is very simple. We buy the products half price, we sell them full price. So, Susie, I know you loved that charcoal mask. If you want to purchase that charcoal mask from me tonight, you're going to pay me $24. You're going to write the check to Katie Goldstein. You're going to pay me $24 in cash, or you're going to give me your card. That money is going straight to me. I'm going to order the products for $12. I'm going to order that mask for $12, and then I'm going to keep $12. Simple. And I always refer to like a high class that I had recently. So I'll tell them, a couple weeks ago, I had a $600 party. So that means that in 2 hours, I made $300. I made $300 in 2 hours, y'all. But that also means that your own skincare and makeup can also be 50% off. So, honestly, if you're just looking for a great way to get a good deal on skincare and makeup and maybe sell to a couple close friends and family members, you can work your Mary Kay business very part-time because we don't have quotas or requirements. So I'm sharing all of this. This is still point 2. Because we don't have quotas or requirements, you can do as little or as much as you want. You can work it really part-time, you can work it really full-time, which transitions into point number 3, which would be, and you're going to team up with my sales director, and she's going to help you create a plan that's perfect for you. Maybe you only need an extra $100 a month. Maybe that's your goal. But with $100, you have a lot more choices. I don't think that it can buy choices, and even an extra $100 could give you more choices. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll go to each person and say, what would you do with the extra $100? Well, I go shopping. What would you do with the extra $100? I put it in a savings account. Okay, great. And maybe you need $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000. Maybe you need to replace an income. Whatever your goal may be, once your business, we will grab coffee and we're going to sit down and create a plan that's perfect for you. And your plan may look very different than my plan. And your plan may be very different than her plan. And that's okay. You get to design this business the way you want. And it's going to work around your values and your morals and everything that's important to you. And then at this point, I may share a couple of fun facts. I just basically go with whatever pops into my head. I talk about the products. It's consumable. There's more women in Mary Kay making over $100,000 a year than any other company. So I'll share like some little quick things like that. And then at this point, they're still looking at the front side. Okay. So that front side is still like right here. They have not flipped it over. You do not want them to flip it over until later. So if you catch them flipping it over, you say, do that later. We'll do that later. Because again, looking at this with no point of reference, they don't even know what to put. So you're going to say, oh, we'll do that later. So at this point, they're still looking at the front side. So as soon as I get done talking about the business plan, I say, okay, so I'm going to have you flip over that sheet. And there's some questions about what products you loved. Now, I love this question because it's not, what do you want to take home today? Sometimes asking them what they want to take home overwhelms them because they think they have to make a decision about a purchase immediately. But I love it. It says, what did you love? It's okay if you write everything. The next question is, at your follow-up appointment, do you want to learn more about color or spa products? So you're figuring out what they want to do more of. You're asking them, do weekends, weekdays, or weeknights work best for you? So this is going to make it really easy for you to book this appointment. Share your follow-up appointment with just me, 1 to 2 friends, or 3+ friends. And then it says, have 5 or more friends join you and earn up to $100 in free products. So that's a promotion that my unit will run from time to time where they can have 5 people and earn that free stuff. So when they're flipping it over, I'm literally just kind of saying really quickly, okay, so there's some questions about the products you loved, some questions about that second appointment, and then there's a couple of questions about your interest in the business plan. There is a question at the very bottom that says, are you interested in learning more about the Kay opportunity, yes or no? Even if you are just a little interested, I would go ahead and mark yes. This is the key, guys. So even if you're just a little interested, go ahead and mark yes. I will buy you coffee. I will tell you more about it. But I do want to tell you, you can be a decision maker. I was a decision maker. I did not go home and ask my husband. I did not ask my mom or my Aunt Sue or my uncle what they thought about Mary Kay. I made a decision for myself. And in reality, how often do we go to Target and spend $100 on things we do not need? Hello, almost every day. Not every day, that would be bad. But you get what I'm saying. So you're just trying to get a yes, whether she's just a little interested or like really interested. We want to know that we've got that possibility of signing her up. So even if you're a little interested, mark yes, I'll buy you coffee, I'll tell you more about it. Or if you're just ready to go ahead and get your bag tonight, you're ready to sign up and be a decision maker, mark yes, like we can get you started tonight. So then you're letting them fill the whole thing out. At this point, what I do, because this is when we do mascara, is while they're filling it out, I'm going around and pumping their wands for them. And then when they're done, I'm collecting these. So then I can walk over to the bar or the countertop and I can look through these sheets and see who's interested. So then I know how to close them out. I can see what products they loved. I can see what they want for their second appointment. I'm looking at, did they mark yes? Did they mark no? And then I'm able to close them out accordingly. One more thing about this sheet, let me kind of backtrack. So after they filled out the sheets, I've collected them. We do a roll-up bag special, so I'm talking about the roll-up bag. And then when I go to do that personal closeout, I'm asking a couple different questions. So I'm asking, number one, did you have fun? Like, that's the most important thing. I want to know if Susie had fun at this facial. Oh, yeah, I had fun. Okay, great. What did you pick for that second appointment? Then we're going over what she picked for the second appointment, and we're going to book it right then and there. It's okay if it has to change, but you want to go ahead and get that follow-up appointment booked so you're leaving your appointment with more appointments on your calendar. And then I'm going to, talk to her about what was your favorite part about tonight. And notice that I said, what was your favorite part, not what was your favorite product? Because if I just say, what was your favorite product, I'm putting her in a box. You're going to be a customer. But I want to say, what was your favorite part? Because she may say, oh my gosh, well, I loved hearing your story. I loved hearing about, 50% off of your products, or I had no clue that you could earn cars in Mary Kay. I didn't know any of that. When she says those things, that's a hint that she needs to be your team member. So if I see this, no matter what, at my personal closeout, I could say, what was your favorite part? And she's telling me all the products that she loved. I'm going to say, hey, I noticed that you marked a yes, that you're interested in learning more about Mary Kay. Let's talk about that. What questions do you have? That's the key. So let's talk about that. What questions do you have? Now she's going to ask you questions. She's probably going to have a couple objections. I don't have time. I don't know enough people. I'm not a salesperson. It's not the right time. I have a great job. I don't need the money. Like, she's going to have objections for you, and you have to become a master at overcoming all of those objections. Every objection is her why. Always. If she says, I don't have time. Well, wouldn't you like to have time? Well, I don't know enough people. Do you want to make friends? Like, every objection is a why. So eventually what happens is you've overcome most of her objections and she doesn't have any more. So then you're kind of sitting there awkwardly, like, all right, okay, I don't know what to do now. And this is where you could lose her or you could get her. So you could say, okay, well, text me if you're interested, let me know. And then you're losing that recruit when she may be ready to go ahead and get signed up on the spot. So if I say, okay, what questions do you have? I've overcome all of her objections. At this point, I'm going to say, okay, so Susie, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you would rather be on public aid than do Mary Kay, like you are so not interested. 10 being you're ready to sign up right now. 5s are not allowed. Where would you be? If she says, well, I think I'm at like a 6 or a 7, I would say, okay, well, what's it going to take to get you to a 10? Like, what would it take to get you to a 10? Well, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And there's probably a couple more objections under there. Overcome them. And then the key, guys, this is the key. We are not getting recruits because we're not asking the question. You're not pulling the trigger. They don't know that they can join on the spot unless you tell them that they can join on the spot. Oftentimes, I think they have to apply to be a Mary Kay consultant. They think they have to pay with a check. They don't know that you can pull up the agreement on your phone and they can fill it out. So the key is saying, okay, well, is there any reason why we couldn't go ahead and get your starter kit ordered tonight? That's it. Is there any reason why we can't go ahead and get your starter kit ordered tonight? Is there any reason why we can't just get you started tonight? And notice my verbiage. Is there any reason why we can't get you started tonight? It's not, do you want to sign up on my team? You're not robotic. You're having fun. Is there any reason why we can't just get you started? And you're smiling the whole time. Happy. Is there any reason why we can't just get you started? Can we go ahead and get your kit ordered? Let's just do it. Sometimes I'll say that. I'm like, let's just do it, girl. Like, let's get you going. Let's do it. Let's get you started. And then you hand them the phone and then they fill it out and then they're your team member. It's easy. And she may just want to buy product. You know, if she writes that she loved everything, obviously that's a clue that I'm going to sell her a roll-up bag. Maybe she only wants to get a couple things. That's okay too. But yeah, Brenda, that's really how I use those sheets. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me or want me to expound on anything. Just let me know. Oh, let me see. I think I have, okay. Oh, there you go. I can hear you now.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to start unmuting people. Amy's always really great at having some sort of a question. So Amy, you're unmuted. At the dinosaurs at your house.
Okay, great.
We'll mute you again.
Okay. Are there dinosaurs at my house?
No, I don't think it's you.
Okay. Well, Brenda, I'm like the little kid. Oh, I have questions. Yes, I do. Okay. Oh my goodness, I have several questions, but one thing I wanted to ask is remind us when you do the table close in your order of things. You mentioned having them fill out the sheet. So when do you go through the different set options for them to shop? You mentioned filling out the sheet, collecting the sheets from them, and then you mentioned something about the roll-up bag, but what order do you do that in?
Yeah, so they are filling up, like basically while I'm going around and pumping their mascara, they're finishing filling out this whole sheet. And then as they're putting on mascara, I'm collecting the sheets and I'm taking them over to my little area, looking through them. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show them the roll-up bag. That's what we do. And then I'm going to say, okay, here's the catalog, blah, blah, blah. Who has to go first? And then, you start your closeout process at that point. Does that make sense? So that's when they got out what they want to walk away with, if they're joining.
Very good. Thank you. I do have more questions, but I'm willing to let others go. If Brenda, should we let others, or should I go?
Because there were weird sounds coming in. So if you have a question, like wave your hand, and I will come back to you because I don't know where those sounds are coming from.
There's some weird sounds. Yeah.
I know. Anybody else? Questions? Oh, okay. We have a question here. Yes.
Okay.
For those of us that are people that still use profile cards, we have a filing system. So if we're going to use the paper instead of a profile card, what do you do with your paper?
What did she say, Brenda?
Okay, so pardon me?
Just what do you do?
No, keep going. You're good.
Okay, so where do you put them afterwards? So the profile cards you might file in alphabetical order. What do you do with these papers?
I am so unorganized, y'all. Like seriously. Okay, on this DISC personality test, I have 0% C in my personality. Zero. So I mean, if you have a system that works for you, great. I just put them in a stack and put them somewhere. I'm so bad. So that's up to you.
Okay, and you can get to millions. I love that. So
you can.
Well, and Caitlin, my daughter, had thought about the 3-hole punching them and just keeping them in a notebook. So
yes. Yep.
Okay, that's a good question. Anybody else here?
Oh, she says that she stops at mascara.
Oh, do you do lips?
No, we don't do lips at our first appointment.
Okay.
So just teaching.
Yeah.
Beach blonde mascara.
So yeah, let me list everything we do. So the very first thing we do is eye makeup remover. Just have them get their eye makeup off. Then we do the skincare. I have the charcoal mask right before the moisturizer. So we do charcoal mask, and that's what they're doing while they're playing that game. you kind of need something to like give them an excuse to play this, because I always say like, hey, it has to sit on there for like 10 minutes anyway, so you might as well play. So we do charcoal mask and moisturizer. Then we do primer. Oh, we do satin lips before. So I mean, you can do this in whatever order you want, but we do satin lips, primer, under eye corrector, CC cream, beach blonde, and then mascara. And then we save all the color stuff for that color appointment or the spa appointment. But you can always offer lipstick. I mean, we just don't. But yeah, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. We love it. We love it. Okay. I'm going to scroll along here. Anybody else? Questions? Wave your hand and I'll unmute you. No? Okay. Katie. Oh my gosh, girl. Oh, there was a question? Oh, yes. I'm sorry. What was I thinking? Yes. Back to Amy. And this is good because Amy always clarifies everything. So you go, girl.
Oh my goodness. Unmuted. Okay.
You're good.
Okay. One of the things that you mentioned was maybe they said, oh, I loved hearing your story. So what do you share for your iStory and when do you share it?
Very, very beginning. So I will go around and have everybody like share a fun fact about themselves or how they know the hostess. And then when it gets back to me, this is when I share my iStory. And I tell my girls, like, your iStory should be like 5 different components. So your name, how long you've been in, kind of this, like what you do as a day job or what you did before Mary Kay. Number 3 would be how you started your business. Number 4 would be your greatest accomplishment so far, and then where you're going is number 5. So, you know, like how you got started, what you've accomplished so far, and then where you're going. But yeah, I share my iStory at the very, very beginning. And sometimes, you know, something that I did, and I don't know if your unit members want to do this, Brenda, but like I shared my senior director's story until I earned a Cadillac. So what I would do is I'd share my story at the beginning, and then I'd go through the class, I'd share how the business works, right? So I'm sharing the marketing. And then at the end of the marketing, I would say, and I don't want to end this party without sharing my senior sales director story because it's so awesome. And I felt like her story might hit somebody in a way that mine maybe didn't. So memorize Brenda's story, like memorize her story and share that with people, because even if you feel like, well, I'm so new, like I haven't accomplished a lot, she has. I feel like sometimes maybe she's at a different season in life, and hearing somebody else's story will impact her.
Excellent. Yeah. And I think I have one more question. Okay. Once you get all of these referrals, and I'm loving it because I already started using your sheet at my parties and woo, loving it already. Okay. So how do you follow up with these referrals? I know you mentioned that you offer them the $15 gift. Do you text them? Do you call them? What do you say? All that good stuff.
And Brenda, this is something I can send you guys too. I use it's kind of a variation of the 21-day booking challenge scripts. So what I do is I have them in my phone, and I have all my unit members put them in their phones as soon as they join. I'm like, you're going to use these a lot, so you might as well put them in your phone now in a note. So essentially, like there's a day 1, a day 2, a day 3, day 4, and send them like every other day. So if I had a party tonight, I would sit down tomorrow and I'm going to text all of them first. And the text says like, you know, hey Susie, this is Katie with Mary Kay yet. I don't think we've met yet, but Kim gifted you with a pampering package that includes a $15 gift card. Should I text you or call you with the details? And then she'll tell me if she wants me to text her or call her. If she doesn't respond, I have a follow-up text that I can do. It's like every other day. So today is Thursday. I would send that follow-up on Saturday. And then there's a 3rd and a 4th. So it's like 8 days of text messages. Now, sometimes what some of my girls will do is like on the 3rd day, instead of sending a text, they'll call. And then even if they're just leaving a voicemail, sometimes that woman needs to hear that you're a real person, and then she's less likely to cancel on you. But like the script literally says, if they want the details, then you send this. If they say no, then this is what you send. Then you figure out where they're located, and then you send this, and then you invite their friends, and then you say this. So it's word for word. I tell my girls, don't change the scripts. They work. They really do. So I can show you what I use, Brenda. It might even be similar to what you guys have used in the past, but they work really, really well. When you have this many referrals, you need something quick and easy to get through all of them.
That's
Fantastic.
awesome.
Thank you.
Good.
Yes, thank you. And I really believe that the booking and the referral, we don't allow enough time. Like for some reason we think that's just going to come. I mean, it takes time. It's a part of your day that you have to kind of just know that to do that many. But if you want to have those kind of sales and team members, then it makes sense, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, they want to give you a round of applause. Woo!
Yes. Thank you.
We appreciate your time so much, Katie. And you know what? I just love your spirit. And I think by watching you, they can even see how your voice and your eyes and how you could say things in a different way, like boom, 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 but you don't. You take the time to be kind, and people can feel that. So we appreciate you, and we're cheering for you all the time.
Thanks. You too, girl.
Okay.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
Thank you. See y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your last name?